You ever see a golf cart pull up to your house like it's a SWAT raid? I have. It was a Tuesday, 3:17 p.m., when that HOA patrol cart with its big enforcement decal came screeching up to my driveway like they were about to take down a most wanted criminal. Not, a suburban dad trying to get dinner on the table. Two guys hop out. Uniforms so crisp it looked like they ironed them in the cart, mirrored sunglasses reflecting the sky, one with a digital clipboard, the other actually holding zip ties. I wish I was making that up. And before I can even get my hands washed, they're out front, hollering at my 12-year-old, Madison, who just got home from school, still chewing her snack, accusing her of get this unauthorized chalk activity on our own driveway. Next thing I know, they fired up a portable power washer, blasting away her rainbow unicorns while she stands there, sobbing, pastel dust swirling at her feet like some sad Technicolor storm. I'm standing inside, watching all this play out on the Ring camera multi-angle, perfect sound, the whole 9 yards. By 3:20, I'd already seen enough. By 3:21, I was in the garage, unlocking a dusty Foot Locker marked Seal Gear Emergencies Only. I didn't even hesitate, this absolutely counted as an emergency. Name's Cal Whitmore. 22 years Navy SEAL. Retired now. Thought I'd picked Pine Ridge Estates for peace and quiet, figured the wildest thing I'd see was a blown-over trash can. I wanted slow days, bonsai trees, grilling weekends, maybe waving at the mailman. But then there's Claudette Kingsley, self-anointed queen of Pine Ridge, with a platinum bob and a leather clipboard holster like she's gunning for HOA Hall of Fame. 5-car garage, all beige sedans, color-coded to match the house's, honest to God. You can't make this stuff up. Her latest crusade? Protecting property values, one violation at a time. That's what her business card says. So, apparently, letting your kid draw a unicorn with sidewalk chalk is now a violation of subsection whatever of her handcrafted community aesthetic standards, a rule she whipped up 3 days ago, specifically to shut down Madison's driveway art. After that day, things escalated fast. The next morning, 3 violation slips taped to my front door. First, drive art must conform to approved neutral tones only. Second, unauthorized flora and bonsai arrangement. I mean, seriously, bonsai trees are literally trees. The third one, this one got messed. My American flag was over the HOA maximum height. 2.5 feet. Had to read it 3 times, just to be sure I wasn't losing my mind. But Claudette didn't stop at paper. She recruited a couple of local CrossFit Brasfalon henchmen in matching polos, patrolling the cul-de-sac in that golf cart. They'd circle my place, checking mulch color, sniffing the air for unauthorized grilling smells, measuring my grass with an actual ruler. Sometimes I'd catch them taking pictures of my garbage bins if I left them out too long. The cherry on top? Claudette installs a motion camera on the lamppost aimed right at my backyard. Says it's for safety. That camera, let's just say, malfunctioned after a certain late-night tennis ball event. You know what I mean? But the real turning point was what they did to Madison. Those guys, her enforcers, physically moved her away from her art, told her she was detained for an HOA violation. My blood boiled. Instead of raging online, I called a few old friends. By Friday, my garage looked like a war room. 3 retired JAG lawyers, 2 journalists, a federal postal inspector, and a private investigator, all sipping black coffee and digging through Pine Ridge HOA's Bible like we were planning a raid. You wouldn't believe what we found. Turns out, HOA patrols have zero legal power to detain anybody, ever. What they did to Madison. That's false imprisonment and assault on a minor. Next, HOA can't legally install surveillance on public utilities. And here's the kicker. The rules they kept waving in my face? Never filed with the county, totally unenforceable. Every fine they've collected basically fraudulent. And it got juicier. The pressure washer they used? Paid for with HOA dues, marked as emergency equipment, $800. Also, they could erase a 12-year-old's rainbow. For out of Claudette's 5 cars, registered as community emergency response vehicles. Guess who drove them? Only her. Sunday night, I had a 40-page evidence packet, color tabs, the whole deal. Monday morning, I filed it with the county courthouse. Sent copies to the news, the Attorney General, BBB, India next door, with a little headline, urgent, what every Pine Ridge resident needs to know. Did it work? Well, let's just say the circus started early. By 7 a.m. Monday, that infamous golf cart was towed off Claudette's driveway. The driver said he got a tip about a fake police vehicle. By Wednesday, both CrossFit henchmen quit. One even posted that he didn't sign up for suburban militia duty, just wanted free gym passes. Turns out Claudette had been paying them in CrossFit memberships. Still, Claudette wasn't backing down. She called an emergency HOA meeting, said she'd defend the integrity of Pine Ridge. Only problem, the meeting was now on my front lawn. See, when you don't properly file HOA documents, any resident can call a counter meeting with notice. I sent mine out Tuesday. Added free pizza and drinks. That did the trick. Come Thursday night, my yard was packed. 80 neighbors, many holding their own bogus fines, a few with chalk, 3 people live streaming, a news crew by my Japanese maple. Madison drew a new rainbow unicorn for the occasion, this time with an American flag cape. I stood at a makeshift podium in my most boring polo and khakis and laid out every violation: illegal fines, video proof of trespassing, testimonials from 17 neighbors who'd been harassed. I showed footage of Claudette sneaking into yards at night, measuring gnome heights. When the video played of Madison being grabbed and her art washed away, parents in the crowd lost it. One mom yelled about Claudette making her daughter cry over a flamingo pool float. A guy waved his mailbox post, said it was the wrong shade of beige. The county commissioner, I invited him, stood and declared the HOA in total dereliction of transparency. The sheriff's deputy who came with him walked up to Claudette, mid-bite of a chocolate scone, and handed her a cease and desist. She tried to claim presidential immunity. The deputy just shook his head, like, "Ma'am, that's not a thing." Now, here's where it gets cinematic. Madison, wearing her brightest unicorn shirt, walked right up, box of chalk in hand, locked eyes with Claudette, and started redrawing her rainbow unicorn. This time, the unicorn had sunglasses and Freedom Horse in big red, white, and blue letters underneath. Someone started a slow clap, and soon the whole crowd was roaring. The commissioner announced a full auditory fake fine, every dollar spent, all to be refunded, with interest $47 grand in total. Claudette turned every color in the crayon box, but nobody was listening anymore. The news crew interviewed Madison. She just said, "I like unicorns. I don't get why adults gotta ruin everything." The reporter tried for Claudette, but her husband was already hustling her away, apologizing to everyone in sight. The vote to remove her? Unanimous. Except for Claudette herself, and even that got overruled. The county commissioner banned her from any HOA post in the state. Egregious malpractice and misappropriation of community funds. The sheriff read her the list of possible criminal charges: fraud, false imprisonment, harassment, 12 years max, 200 grand in fines. Claudette fainted right onto my freshly mowed lawn, still mumbling about beige sedans and property values. So now, Pine Ridge is chalk-friendly, the air smells like burgers, and the only thing circling my driveway is a couple of kids on scooters. But hey, here's the thing, was I right to go nuclear? Or should communities just tolerate a little HOA craziness to keep the peace? I'll let you be the judge. Comment where you stand. Have you ever faced a power-mad HOA? Do you think I went too far or not far enough? Tell me your story below. This is Cal, signing off, unicorns and all.